WHO Director General Tedros, and the COVID-19 virus has proven to be a serious issue. And judging from the conversation I've been hearing around, some people are still not taking it as serious as it should be. So be a bit more cautious and test yourself and basically stay safe. Let's now move on to the next story. Investors at the NSE have lost 232 billion in cash after the coronavirus triggered a panic sell. Although the NSE, just like other securities exchange entities globally, has been performing dismally with the bulls shedding by 125 billion Kenyan shillings. This has come especially after the coronavirus started hampering the normal flow of activities, such as what has been witnessed in China. Foreign investors continue to flee blue chip farms as well. Sophia Ali with that story.
Thank you so much. I'm seated here at the NSE Exchange 55, whereby I'm being joined by the NSE boss to tell us a little bit about how the NSE or the stocks of the Nairobi Stock Exchange is performing, following the announcement by the president of the emerging pandemic of the coronavirus. Thank you so much, Mr. Odundo, for joining us today. Could you kindly tell us about the performance of the stocks in Nairobi following that a news article that was published last week that the investors are losing their stocks following the coronavirus pandemic?
Thank you very much, Sophie. Now, yes, the news of the corona has been with us for a while. Since the initial announcement about the global effect of corona, when we saw markets globally getting affected. And so we've been monitoring this carefully, and it's only until last week that we actually saw a large amount of turnover on our counters, primarily investors selling off a bit, but largely supported by strong local side, because for any trade to happen, there has to be a buyer on the other side. So we had a very strong domestic demand as well for those shares, and that also witnessed a weakening of some of the prices, and on Friday we witnessed the index going just heading to below 5%, and we had to take remedial action to limit or place a halt on the market on Friday, and then it closed at about 3 o'clock within the halt period. Now that's a normal action we take just to allow the market to digest information that has come up and just take positions based on an informed basis. So that's how the market normally operates, and we witnessed that decline. But having said that, these are normal market cycles. So what we saw again today, we have seen the index losing slightly lower points, just above 3%, but with turnovers of about 1.4 billion shillings, which again is a reflection that for every person exiting, there's somebody buying, and the domestic demand has been very strong. So I must say that yes, there has been trading, and normally different types of investors will make decisions based on their circumstances. So last week was a strong foreign sale side, and a very strong local buy side, and that could change again depending on how circumstances present themselves. So largely, I think people are factoring in this. It's a risk. It's a global risk, and taking positions depending on how they perceive the risk to be. Yeah.
Would you say that some of these investors, probably who are selling out and buying out, you've mentioned that they are probably local investors, are they also buying and selling out the local companies?
We've seen trading activity across all our counters to start with, but more trading on the large cap companies, which is the norm of the market. So the highly liquid companies are seeing more volume coming in the normal fashion, because these are the stocks that people have. And so the current prices are so attractive for the local buyers because the prices have come down to levels that they like. And that's why the domestic institutional buyers, mainly pension funds, will want to take advantage of these prices, because it does make the multiples are so attractive, the dividend yields are so attractive. So holding the stock at these levels is very good. And some of these counters are very attractive, and you can't get the volume they're getting now. So I must say that they're taking positions on counters they would like to hold, and at very attractive prices. So that's primarily what's informing their decisions.
All right, now still on matters coronavirus, the World Health Organization's Africa